Clown World. Hi guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to another episode of Clown World. Now we just had Valentine's Day, and while so many people are so worried about never finding love, this story, this woman I'm about to present to you, is such an alpha Chad that she would threaten to dump her fiance unless he spends £2,500 on Valentine's Day. This is what we call a pro gamer move. So let's get into this episode. Whatever. The bar is pretty low for men when it comes to impressing women, especially on Valentine's Day. Apparently most of you think it's a big waste of time. It's not just men that think that. And get by on guides explaining how to look like you've made an effort for less than 20 quid. And that is a link to one of Metro's other articles on the subject. But that won't save you from the firing line if you're dating Chantel Blakey, who starts making a wish list for the occasion 11 months in advance. You know how some people on Boxing Day, the day after Christmas for all my American subscribers, you know how some people are like, only 364 sleeps until Christmas, you know, those wankers. This lady is like that, but for Hallmark occasions. The 22-year-old mortgage advisor has some incredibly high standards that have to be met when it comes to February 14th, including designing gifts worth £2,500. I'm sorry, but I'm not sure how much I would take on her advice about my mortgage if she expects people to spend that amount of money on one day of the year. A holiday that isn't so much of a holiday, more of a chance for people to just like show off about being in love or some other crap. Whatever takes your mind temporarily off the fact that we're all going to die one day. If it helps you sleep at night. For all those of you wondering, reptilians don't exactly believe in the idea of romantic love. If she doesn't get what she thinks she deserves on the day, she's not afraid to ruthlessly cut ties and seek out someone better. Chantel from Blackpool said, "When I was 13, I was dating a boy called Jack. I was so excited for my first Valentine's Day, so when he gave me some fake flowers, I was devastated." Jack was just thinking ahead, because fake flowers, you don't have to water them, and you can reuse them time after time. So the boy was really being smart, and as a mortgage advisor, you should appreciate the fact that he was just saving money for the long run. I'm going to move this and put this in the background so people can see that I like read smart books and stuff. Like, you're 13 years old. What were you expecting from this boy? A Rolls Royce? Age 17, my boyfriend Tom told me he was taking me out for dinner, then pulled up at KFC. I couldn't understand why he thought KFC was romantic. Because of the tagline, finger licking good, clearly. He said he got a voucher for a free meal. I ended it over chicken wings. Again, you should appreciate that the guy is just grinding and saving some cash. You are a mortgage advisor. For people to save up for a mortgage, you need to advise that they cut corners on their spending and budget properly. That's what these previous boys are doing. They're showing good financial sense. How are you going to save up for your own precious mortgage if your current boyfriend is wasting £2,500 on one day of the year? Then I dated Brad. He made an effort to take me out for a lovely meal and gave me flowers. But the next day I looked at the chocolates he'd given me and they were out of date. He bought them from the reduced rack. I had no choice but to end it. Again, this is just money smart, and he's being environmentally friendly by not wasting food. I think you need to rethink your profession. Chantel has grown up dreaming of finding her Prince Charming. Chantel said Valentine's Day has been magical to her since she was a little girl. She was inspired by Disney films. What's Valentine's Day in any Disney film ever? Don't really remember that one scene in The Lion King. And always dreamed of finding her Prince Charming. The Sun reports. Brilliant. That finally happened when she met fiance Joe Kyles through work in 2015. The 26-year-old has impressed her so far on past Valentine's Day days when he has spoiled her with designer clothes and dresses costing hundreds of pounds. Hundreds, not thousands. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This year, Chantel has set the bar higher and has come up with a list of expensive gifts as well as romantic demands, such as flower bombing her throughout the day. Don't get excited, because it's not as good as it sounds. She said, "This year my list tops £2,500. A big trend now is flower bombing. Is it? I've never heard of this." Where do people come up with this shit? "You get multiple bouquets of all different types sent throughout the day so your desk is bombed with flowers." I told you it wasn't like as exciting as it sounded. Like, what would have made that actually more exciting, the execution of it in real life, is if she receives a box, goes to her desk. Like, it's all wrapped up nicely with lovely like silk ribbon or whatever. and she unties it, and bang! There's a massive explosion, flowers everywhere, it's just carnage. Her face is like blown off. Not like literally blown off, because that would be very funny. But it's just covered in like green bits and pollen, and then loads of bees fly out of the box and start like stinging all of her co-workers. That would have been more impressive to me, as I run on cartoon logic. My list details the whole day and starts with rose petals on the bed and flowers when I wake up. It would be a really unfortunate time if she found out that day that she was actually allergic to flowers. Or, going on my idea that I just had 2 seconds ago, she opens the box, there's a massive explosion, and then there's pins and needles. And then there's needles everywhere, because it wasn't a flower inside, it was a bunch of cactuses. Cacti. Loads of cacti. It was like, you know, in Final Fantasy, how they have the cactuar. And is it cactuar? Cactuar, that's like a really posh cactuar. They have the cactuar. Hi, so I was editing just now, and my audio stopped working. I think my microphone broke. I filmed 2 more videos after that fucking video, and all the files just no audio. So I was sulking here for a moment, really pissed off, ready to just pack it all in and go eat loads of food, eat my feelings. But then I just thought, why don't I at least finish this one video by doing it this way, so I have something to fucking upload for today. If there's any mess in the background, you'll have to forgive me because this is very impromptu. So I believe the last clip I did, I was saying that cactuar or cacta, you know that thing in Final Fantasy, the actual cactus, and it has that move, 1,000 needles or 10,000 needles, depending on which Final Fantasy game you're playing. Yeah, so imagine like that exploded. So imagine, I think I was saying, because the audio cuts out at this moment, so I guess I was saying something along the lines of, that would have been funnier. She opens up the present and needles everywhere like it's a boss character, villain, enemy, fiend from Final Fantasy, one of them. Wasn't really worth it, was it? So, let's continue on with this article. My list details the whole day and starts with rose petals on the bed and flowers when I wake up. I always want breakfast in bed. Last year he made my favourite, pancakes and bacon with syrup. Side note, I mean I might have to refilm the other videos, but I mentioned this in the other videos because it's doing my head in right now, this whole coronavirus hysteria, sensationalism. This, when you right, coronavirus could claim 400,000 UK lives, warns British expert. When you click on the article, the British expert says that when he was asked about this he's asked this in a documentary, right? And when asked, he states, putting a number like that on it is not very helpful because we have very little data at the moment. But it's not an absurd figure. So what he's saying is it's not out of the realm of possibility, sorry. Which, you know, like, I mean, fucking most things are possible. Reality could be a simulation. It could blink out of existence right this second. It's a possibility. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. So the Metro caught that one bloody thing he said and turned it into, it could kill 400,000 people. Oh, it's done my fucking head in. Anyway, sorry, it was just on the screen. I always wanted breakfast in bed. Last year he made my favourite, pancakes with bacon and syrup. That's not out of the ordinary. I always want a Valentine's card in the morning and it has to have a long message in it. Right. But how long is long? How long? What qualifies as long? Because if he opened up the Valentine's Day card and wrote in it the guitar tab, the entire guitar tab for Stairway to Heaven, that's pretty long. Not very romantic. Well, depends how you look at it. If it just says, to Chantel, love Joe, then I'd make him rewrite it. How romantic's that? Oh, this bloody isn't... What's this? Valentine's Day card I got from a company. A Valentine's Day card I got from a company. Oh, fucking not good enough though. So rewrite it. Shit. I expect little hidden surprises throughout the day, but on the lead up to the day, I like to be taken out for romantic dinners. The lead up for the day. So it's not just one day for this crazy spoiled girl. It's like, what, 2 weeks in advance? She has to be going out every day. This isn't a royal wedding, love. But on the day, I want a 3-course meal prepared by him. What if it was like a 3-course microwave meal? Like a lasagna he'd got for a £1 from Iceland. There they are, the lovely couple. Joe says he is happy to fulfill her demands. But it says here, picture, Channel 5 copyright. And, spoiler alert, when I was doing the video, I said, oh, Channel 5, they must have been on TV. And then I said about myself, I'm Sherlock Holmes, look at my reasonings, deduction, I don't know, I'm tired, okay, I'm tired and pissed off. But then when I read the article, yes, they've been on Channel 5, they were on a TV show, but let's get to that in a second. Joe isn't the only one who will be splashing out the cash this year. A recent study found Valentine's Day spending has jumped to $650 million a year, an increase of 25% from 2015. Not me though, I don't care, it's just another day. Like Christmas and New Year's and even my birthday, hate getting older. What we need Neil deGrasse Tyson to say that on Valentine's Day the Earth spins round its own orbit and ruin it like he literally ruins everything for normal people. Chantel's list might seem excessive, but Joe, who proposed last year, is... I don't think I took that in when I was reading this. Okay. Proposed. Their wedding is going to be a nightmare. It's happy to oblige. The pair appeared on Channel 5's Undercover Girlfriends last year when he was caught asking for a waitress's number, not knowing that Chantel was watching him on a secret camera. Modern day romance. They say chivalry is dead. Romeo and Juliet, eat your fucking heart out. Sure, he'll spend like £2,500 on some tat for her for one day if she looks the other way for the entire relationship. Like, you know, people often say to me, Alizee, you're so intelligent, incredibly funny, modest, and above all, strikingly handsome. Why do you choose to be single and rebuff all dates? Because this is romance in the 21st century. I mean, I'm making a generalisation for, you know, a joke's purpose, but also, all humans are beneath me. But the two seem to have made amends in time for their special day today. Joe said, I know I don't have to prove my love to her, but I know how important it is to her, so I'm happy to do it. You don't have to prove your love to her. Meanwhile, he's asking out waitresses, asking for their phone numbers. Okay, Joe, sure. And then we had some 71 comments. Wow, she's trashy. She's bin-worthy. It's not very nice, is it, Trash? This woman deserves to be single. Demanding that 2.5k be spent on her is horrendous. The bloke is a chump for going along with it as well. Will only have himself to blame the more and more demanding she is going to get. Or perhaps she simply knows her worth. Blah, blah, blah. Like, I mean, you could call him a chump for going along with it, but he might have a lot of money to spend. Sorry, love, I think you're a bit of a chump for staying with him. Yeah, regardless of the money he's spending, he was asking out a waitress and you only found out about it on this bloody TV show. Well, a totally self-absorbed materialistic nightmare she is, and he's a mug for putting up with it. She'll probably do his head in slowly all the time if he doesn't dump her pronto. A guy who hit on a waitress when he thinks his other half isn't looking. Hopefully they'll make each other miserable for a laugh time. Come on, calm down. Get a grip. There's lots of like horrible comments that are just needless, talking about like her looks or his tattoos or whatever. Just doesn't need to be said. Get a grip. Simple. Sums it up. Beautiful. So that's it for today's video. Sorry it got a bit derailed, but at least I've managed to kind of save it somehow and put it together. The other two videos, I don't know, I'm a bit pissed off really. Might have to just buy a new microphone. Well, I hate having to... I don't refilm for no bitch, you know. Like, I barely ever refilm for myself. I prefer to just not, because it's going backwards in life and you've always got to keep moving forwards until all your enemies are destroyed. It's a line from Attack on Titan. I know, totally weeby. The most annoying thing about having to refilm any video is I didn't roll out of bed looking this adequate. It takes like an hour to an hour and a half. Do all the hair, do all the makeup, you know, try and look all, dare I say, nice for the camera. So what a fucking waste of time this has been. I might as well have just stayed in bed today. I'm only half joking. I might refilm the other videos once my mood's better. So that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sticking with it. 23,000 shares. Yeah, this article has hit a nerve for sure. Please remember to like this video because it's taken some effort for us to get to this point. I will see you guys next time when my camera and microphone don't decide to randomly shit all over my day. See ya! Oh wait, I don't say see ya, do I? Bye!